Joy here, and welcome to another episode of Knauthentic. The topic of the day is condiments and alternative ingredients. If you're tuning in from Substack, be sure to check out today's poll. 1. I may have mentioned this before, but I never used to be a big condiment person. I did go through a phase where I put barbecue sauce on everything in my early 20s. And like most kids in the US, I thought everything had to go well with ketchup. Outside of that, though, I only ever used condiments if the food I was eating lacked flavor. I used to eat fries without a dipping sauce all the time as long as they tasted good. I ate plain burgers, tacos, and hot dogs. With that said, my life was not devoid of condiments and sauces. While I might not put salsa on a quesadilla or a taco, if I was going to eat a tortilla chip, I would be dipping it in salsa. I didn't usually feel the urge to put hot sauce on like my chicken or anything like that, but I loved putting sriracha on my eggs. And while the rest of the US was dipping carrot sticks into ranch, I was dipping them into tzatziki. Then at the age of 40, I found out about all of my restrictions and the condiments that I never used to crave were no longer allowed. And then that's all I wanted in the world. 2. Now, when I eat a quesadilla, it has plant-based cheese, and I usually top it with some kind of sauce. But how I got there is quite a journey. Due to my health limitations and food restrictions, I can no longer casually consume tomato or tomato-based products, as well as onion and garlic, chilies and peppers, the whole gambit. Fortunately, peppercorns are okay. I've had to get creative with the things that I eat. I make barbecue sauce out of blueberries. I make a type of salsa out of strawberries. I make marinara out of beets. And I have an alternative version for almost every sauce in existence because that's what I want to eat. 3. um, One thing I can say about having to get creative with the way I flavor my food is that I've learned to appreciate ingredients I once took for granted. Celery isn't actually plain, it's peppery and crisp and can be quite versatile. It's the main ingredient in my Knauthentic chutney verde. Carrot leaves and stems are also sweet and earthy. They can be cooked, but they can also just be added to salad greens. Ground pistachios bring something to the table that's really difficult to describe, but trust me, you have to try it. Use it like a spice and you'll be better off for it. Mushrooms are an umami flavor bomb, and when you give them a chance to shine, they take over in the best way. So now I want to talk about how I make a mushroom breakfast. Be sure to visit my Knauthentic YouTube channel if you want to see the shorts. Step-by-step instructions. 1. We're making an omelet, so start with 1 to 2 eggs beaten in a bowl. 2. Put a good non-stick skillet on medium heat and add half a cup of mushrooms to the pan. It can be one type of mushroom or a medley. In the video, I used a medley of mushrooms. 3. While the mushrooms are cooking and are starting to release their moisture, go ahead and season your eggs to your liking. I use salt, pepper, and turmeric because of the bright color that it brings and its anti-inflammatory qualities. 4, once the mushrooms are starting to show some browning, that's when you're going to pour in the beaten egg, and you want to try to have it in a fairly thin layer. That's going to help it cook quickly. You want to add a fourth up to a half cup of cheese, whatever your preference is. I used a mashed version of my homemade cheese block to put into mine. 6, while the omelet is still cooking, you're going to add greens of your choice. You could do like spinach or kale. Of course, I'm still into sprouts, so I put broccoli sprouts on mine. 7, you're going to be folding the omelet into somewhat of a log shape just to help create some layers. And don't worry, it does not have to be pretty, but it's still going to be delicious. And then 8, once you've got your nice little log set aside on your plate ready to eat, you're going to top it with the sauce of your choosing. Hot sauce or salsa go really well with this. In my video, I am using my Knauthentic chutney roja. So the question is, what is your favorite omelet topping? I'd love to know. If you or someone you know has a health or food journey story or recipe you think others might benefit from, please check out my Be Featured links on social media and share your story in a manner that suits you best. Until next time, stay safe, eat well, and be blessed. Knauthentic Season 1, Episode 15, starring Toy Thomas, featuring no one else at this time. Topics discussed: condiments, omelet toppings, alternative ingredients. Produced by Toy Thomas in association with the Toy Box Awards and Lake Carnival. Directed by Toynette Toy Thomas. Thanks again to the Knauthentic community on Substack, YouTube, and wherever you can hear this podcast. This is all for you.